I know, everybody is either getting married, having a child, buying a new house, buying a new car, traveling the world, and that somehow signals to your brain that everybody is moving forward but you. And that just makes you feel about yourself. Now, as much as I would like to tell you as a travel content creator that most creators are showing you their highlight moments and you end up comparing your behind the scenes to someone's well curated Instagram feed, which obviously does not make any sense. But I will not say that, because despite of knowing this, I myself fall in the loop of comparison and anxiety and mindless scrolling so many times. In fact, I recently took the extreme step of deleting Instagram for 15 days just to realize that that is not the solution. Because truthfully, my existence in the modern society, or my work, my career, my connections with people, all of it depend on social media. And so does for a lot of people watching this. Let's face it, digital minimalism is a privilege only some can afford. But over time, I have been able to mindfully use social media to my advantage and not to drain myself. Because let's face it can be used for such great things. Like recently, I was in Goa and I posted this story, and I was there all by myself. I posted a story that if anybody's in Goa and would like to catch up, let's do that. And I ended up meeting 3 incredible people, having such nice, wholesome conversations. And even a lot of us want to be content creators, a lot of us want to build an online community, and all of that is possible through social media. So it's possible to use it to serve us for our own advantage, and that's exactly what I'm going to share in this video. These are all tried and tested steps. For months I'm following all these steps, and trust me, it has helped me reduce that anxiety or reduce that unnecessary comparison or just doom scrolling a lot. So let's begin. Number 1, use technology to your advantage. So here you can do 3 things. Before that, an average person reaches out for their phone once in every 4 minutes. And it's a fact that once you lose focus, it takes you 20 minutes to get that focus back. Now, if you do all that math, you'll just realize how much time you're wasting in a day getting distracted by all those notifications. So here are 3 things that you can do. Number 1, so what I did was I did sort of a mood tracking or a mood audit, in the sense that I tried to understand which apps are actually draining me the most. So for YouTube, lately I've been watching podcasts by Nikhil Kamath and podcasts in general, or a lot of self-growth videos. So in a way, YouTube is actually inspiring me, energizing me. So I am very happy with that platform. LinkedIn is very neutral, not good, not bad. But Instagram makes me feel a bit too overwhelmed, because there is just so much happening at such a fast pace. And especially if you go to the Reels tab, it's just a lot, and I think you will relate to it. So I did a little bit of a mood tracking, and I understood, okay, so I have to control my use of Instagram first, and then I have to move to other apps. Now, to do that, there is this amazing free app called ScreenZen. I've been using it for months now, and after watching this video, I highly recommend you download that app. So there you can choose the app. So like I chose Instagram, and then you can choose that you want to display a message for however long you want. So for example, for 5 seconds, I display a message which goes something like this. Is it really important, or is it worth losing your focus right now? It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. Like those 5 seconds of that message shown to you with that brutal message is all it takes for you to keep that phone back and get back to what you were doing. It's just a signal to your brain that, okay, right now maybe I was just picking up Instagram for no reason, and maybe this is something that can be avoided. So it will give you 5 seconds to take an action, and most of the times the action I take is to just put the phone back. So again, very, very effective. If you don't want to use a third party application, you can always also go to Instagram. So this is the third thing that I also do. On Instagram, there will be an option when you go on settings, there will be an option of data usage or something like that, and where you can set a daily limit. So I have set my daily limit to 20 minutes. So every time I'm scrolling and it's beyond 20 minutes, it gives me a reminder that it's time for a break. So that again is very effective, because that just tells you that, oh my God, I just started using it, but it's been 20 minutes and I've done nothing. I mean, yeah, I've done something, which is know about someone's favorite makeup routine or someone's new shoe purchase, which at that time I have no value of in my life right now. So yeah, it's a lot of times we are watching just 1 minute videos and we're telling ourselves that it's just 15 seconds, 30 seconds, but when you end up watching 50, 60 of that, it's almost 1 hour just gone by. What you can also do in the Instagram app is that a lot of times we follow certain creators or some people or even friends, and sometimes it gets very overwhelming to see their stories or see their posts. So maybe you cannot unfollow them, but you can always mute accounts that are not making you feel good about yourself or that are not adding any value to your lives in that moment. So you can always go to their account and mute that account. I have also done that, and all of these steps are very, very tried and tested, and they work like magic. Additional tip here is to set intentions. So a lot of times when I open Instagram, I ask myself, why am I doing this? Is it just solely to entertain myself? Am I just getting bored, or is it to actually connect with someone or upload a reel, because I do that very frequently? In fact, fun fact, I remember when I was quitting my CA job and I was just transitioning into a different career and I didn't know what it was. I remember I had deleted Instagram for 3 months, and I had made a promise to myself that I will only return on Instagram when I have some sort of intention or purpose. And I returned on Instagram thinking that now I will be creating travel content. So yeah, that's just additional information out there to set intentions right. Number 2, do not check your phone first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Okay, so it's a fact that how our mornings are would define how our days would be. That would in turn define how our week would be, how our month, and eventually our life would be. So if our mornings are really defining our life, we have to be intentional about it. And it has taken me a long time to really understand that, because I used to be this person who would pick up my phone, put my net on, check notifications first thing in the morning. And I ended up realizing that is draining me so much. Like, I don't need such an influx of information first thing in the morning, because that just does not work well with my brain. So what I do now is I will not switch the net on yet. I sleep with my journal and with a book these days. So I get up, if I feel like journaling, I actually go out to my balcony, I write some thoughts, whatever, because I love journaling. So that's what I would do first thing in the morning. And I'm reading this book currently called Courage to be Disliked, which is such a nice book, 50 pages into it, and I'm already loving it. And I already can say that, okay, it's a book that everybody should read. So I'm reading that, and it sets me in a good tone in the morning. And yeah, I do that. I drink a glass of water, stretch, all of that, make a to-do list. And it's only after that I would switch my net on. Then also I would not open Instagram. I would just check my random normal notifications. And that has been such a game changer for me, honestly. And for you, it could be anything else. It might not be reading or journaling. For you, it could be just say going out for a walk, spending time with your parents, just sitting by yourself in the balcony, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Because one thing that I realized in the past few months was that when we are trying to build a habit, in the beginning few days, we have to make it enjoyable for ourselves. And that is the easiest way to build a habit. So I get up, I would read a book, I would do journaling. In fact, I love doing Sudoku also. So I would also, let's say do a Sudoku puzzle, and, so just do something that you really enjoy, and you will be able to develop this habit too. Even at night, I now have like a wind down routine that, okay, now intentionally I will switch my net on, maybe just talk to a few friends, watch something on YouTube if I want to, and journal, read, all of that again, and just go to sleep. And that has been such a game changer for my mind. I cannot recommend it enough. Number 3, out of sight, out of mind. So I have this habit now that whenever I'm going out with friends, or I'm sitting with family, or I'm going out on a date, I would keep my phone that has all these social media apps in a bag, literally in a bag. So it is not in front of me, I cannot see the notifications, and I am present, very much present in that moment. So currently I'm using 2 phones. One is this phone, which is like a dumb phone for me because it has no social media apps, only for calling. And then there's one phone that I use for filming and social media, all of that. So even if there are no 2 phones involved, this is very much possible. you just have to create some distance with your phone. Like even in the morning, you can have an alarm clock instead of phone as your alarm clock if you really want to put that distance, because it's the same thing as junk food. घर में अगर junk food नहीं आएगा तो आप नहीं खाओगे. In fact, in the last few months, I am trying to avoid packaged food and junk food as much as possible. So the best way is to just not bring it home and you will not eat it. So it's the same logic. If you don't have it in front of you, you will not use it. So even when I'm working, even if there's like a deep work session, I remember yesterday I was scripting this video sitting in a cafe, and I had put my phone on a DND mode. I had switched the net off. So that's how in my deep work sessions also I'm not looking at my phone. So when you're not looking at it and when the net is off and when you don't see notifications, it just doesn't distract you from your work. And one more thing that you can do is switch your notifications off. You can easily go to Instagram or any application for that matter and switch off the notifications. Like I don't get notification every time someone would either DM me, comment on my reel, like my reel, all of that, because, and I used to have that on. I can't believe how I was living at that time, because you know, if somebody is messaging you constantly, you will just check your phone every time that happens. And that is a lot of distraction. So now what I do, at one time, I will go to Instagram and check all the notifications together. And finally, go to the root cause. For example, in my case, I realized when I'm traveling, or, you know, most of the time I'm either doing an adventure or eating out, meeting new people, filming, doing all of that, and naturally my screen time is very less. But when I used to come back home, the screen time was just boom, because it's natural. When you're at one place, spending an entire day at one place, it's very natural for that to happen, which is why we discussed so many things before this. But at the same time, I realized that, okay, maybe if I'm getting bored, I have other ways to entertain myself, which would be more enriching and more fulfilling. So I am in Delhi for I think 2 months after a lot of travel this year. So I'm intentionally these days going out to different monuments, forts. This, especially November, December, is such a good time to explore all these places in Delhi. So I am doing that, catching up with friends. In fact, I might also plan a meetup in Delhi very soon, going to cafes, working out from there. So just being very intentional of how I'm spending my time in general, because you know, offline there are so many events and so many things that you can attend, and once you start doing that, you realize that maybe you don't even have that much time to do so much scrolling. So just being intentional and going to the root cause, it's a little bit of a reflective exercise that why are you even scrolling so much? Why do you have a lot of time? Or how can you just better use your time? And I'm sure in whichever city you live, wherever you live, there are some sort of adventures out there. Like I gave you an example of Delhi, that right now going to forts, monuments, different experiences, a lot of things are going to come up, a lot of fests like Pet Fed and Food Fest and all of that. So there are so many things that you can maybe catch up your friends around and all of that. So yeah, that is there. And now some action points for you to do right now. Number one, just go to your phone and check your screen time, especially your Instagram screen time, and tell me what it is. I'm gonna do that right now as well. So I think you go on settings पे जाके activity. So how to use Instagram में your activity में time spent. Okay, so my daily average is 1 hour, which is not that bad thing if you think about it, because I do spend a lot of time replying to comments, DMs, and uploading reel. In fact, I'm pretty shocked that it's 1 hour. Yeah, this week it has been 1 hour, and the maximum it has gone is 1 hour 30 minutes. And trust me, I have been doing all of these things that I'm telling you about. So yes, that's very much achievable. So anyway, number one, tell me your screen time in the comments, and please be very honest. Second, download Screen Zen application right now, and whichever app drains you out the most, just set a limit for that. Number three, turn off your notifications, which you think are just very distracting, whichever they are, whichever platform they might be. Number four, and I saw this in a YouTube video recently, and this is not something I am doing personally right now, but I would love to experiment, is a screenless Saturday or a screenless Sunday sort of a thing, where one day in a week, which is possible for you, you go off not off social media, but at least you don't look at your screen as much, or whatever system you can form. I think I'm going to try doing that. Once a day is very much feasible, very much possible. So that is there. And finally, go to the root cause. Like I said, it's going to be a little reflective, but it will really help. All this mehnat, because I truly believe that deleting Instagram is not the solution. I feel Instagram, social media, all of this is incredible. It's amazing. It connects us, it inspires us. In a lot of ways, it helps us form a community only if we know how to mindfully use it. So it's only after, because I have been in a phase where I was like, oh, life without Instagram would be really nice. I think I can just delete it. But after following all these things, I have felt that, okay, once you just take the good out of Instagram, you will stop cursing it, like a lot of us do a lot of times. So yes, it can be incredibly amazing. It can inspire us a lot of times. So this was entirely my experience of digital minimalism, as much as I could possibly go. And I hope that in the coming few months, these steps will truly help you out. If you watch this video again, come back, comment, and tell me if this did help you. And let me know in the comments if there's any other topic you'd like me to make a video on. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to watch more self-growth videos, because I am coming up with a lot of them. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.